Into making that one classic video of you two just talking there, like you were doing a video for Worldstar. They sent somebody to film that.
Yeah, it was lit. He was lit. We was lit. It was lit.
Yeah, you just had fun with it, huh?
Hell yeah, that shit was fun. I miss my boy. You see, he was on that motherfucking clowning the whole time.
Oh yeah, I don't do much talking.
Yeah,
the way he just kept saying that, it was like classic shit. Like he was just so full of personality in that video.
It's cracking, you feel me? I get bracken, you feel me? Like real talk. And I try to ask about me. I try to talk.
So take me back to like those times, man. That was like, cause that whole fucking situation started because you were beefing with Game on Twitter.
Yeah, I guess so. It started on Twitter. It wasn't like a beef. That was probably like when people start calling Twitter beef.
I mean, that was the first time that I remember like sitting at home being just a kid watching shit on Worldstar, and that whole RoseMo situation, RIP, that was the first time I ever seen anything like that.
Yeah, that was going viral. You know, somebody say some shit on the internet, then you meet up with them.
And all
the first time.
And somebody really passing off of some shit that everybody watched unfold on Worldstar and Twitter. Like, I mean, I just had never witnessed anything like that.
Yeah. But, to clear that up, Game hoe ass ain't had nothing to do with that.
What do you mean?
Him passing.
Oh, okay, right.
Yeah.
So people,
there's a lot of perceptions out
people
there.
still think the Game fucking masterminded that?
Yeah. He be trying to go around and act like he did it.
Because I was reading like articles about it earlier today, and it seemed like the cops never even had any intention of trying to charge him with that.
Yeah, nah, because he didn't do it.
Right. So that situation, like, I mean, it's hard for me to even think about how I could like replay all the shit that went on in that situation. But like, more or less, how would you describe it if somebody was like asking you about what happened with that whole situation in retrospect?
How would you describe it? It's a long little shit, so to just try to sum it all up. My boy was on some street shit, you know.
RoseMo was super close to you at that time?
Yeah, I was like one of my childhood friends from like elementary. I think like I met RoseMo when I was in like 2nd grade, 3rd grade maybe. I grew up all the way until, you know. But that whole situation, it was just brazy. It was just some real street shit, and that was just like the beginning of all this social media shit unraveling, like you say.
You feel me? And I laid his ass out. You feel me? Knocked him the fuck out with a 3-piece. You know what I'm saying?
All right, yo, so I'm back. Check it out, man. Before I can continue any further, as always, guys, slide under the video. It just takes you a moment. Hit that like, that subscribe, that notification bell so you can stay in tune with the channel. Always tapping in the comments. I want to hear what you guys got to say. Just takes you a moment. Helps my channel grow. So hit that like, subscribe, notification bell. So anyways, man, as you heard, you know, this whole shit started over some bullshit on Twitter. And really, this shit was crazy, man. Like, you know, the whole Twitter beefing, like they were saying, this is kind of where it all really started at. You know, we had seen people argue on Twitter and shit like that, but we had never seen, you know, what happened here where people were really getting, you know, beat up, you know, getting hands put on them a couple times. Then ultimately, RoseMo, you know, ended up passing away. This whole situation was crazy. So I'm about to, you know, read you guys some tweets here, kind of go over how this all went down, give you guys a breakdown of how it all went. You know, you're going to see all, you know, the stuff popping up on the screen, but check it out. Basically, this is how this shit happened. So the Game, you know, I might not have every single tweet, you know, that there was in this whole situation, but I got the majority of them. So, you know, just, you know, pay attention to what you see on the screen and everything. So check it out. This is how it went down. Ice Burgundy, you know what I'm saying? He was coming up in the game at the time, was with Waka Flocka, you know what I'm saying? You know, with Brick Squad. And, you know, he's from the West Coast as well. And, you know, he commented on something the Game said, something along the lines of, like, you know, he said a couple other things that they were kind of going back and forth. And it wasn't flat out like beef, but Game, Game, he's cocky. He wasn't really feeling it. What Ice Burgundy was saying, and basically the tweet where shit really got crazy was where Ice Burgundy said the streets want the old Game back, and Game shared the tweet and said if you want the old documentary or you want the old Game, then put in the documentary, and then hashtag Cedar Block. So that's kind of where he took offense to it. There had been other tweets, and I don't think they're up there. But basically, he was saying some shit about how TMZ twists up his words. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, man, fuck all that. Let's keep moving. So anyways, they started arguing. They went back and forth for a while. And then Game started saying he was going to knock out Ice Burgundy through mutual people. You know what I'm saying? There was talking going on behind the scenes. And, as they said, it could have been talked out. Make a long story short, they ended up bumping into each other in the mall. Game got put to sleep. You'll see the clips and everything, and I'm sure you've seen them before. And RoseMo, basically, even though Game got put to sleep, it doesn't sound like, it sounds like RoseMo caught him with a quick one. You know what I'm saying? He was outnumbered, but he was arguing with him, didn't keep his guy. You know what I mean? He wasn't on point and got socked out. So anyways, what's so corny about this is that Game lied. You know what I'm saying? He denied that it ever happened. And what gets even worse is that, and he told his mans to just act like it didn't happen. And they actually went along with it for quite some time. Now, behind the scenes, there was a whole lot of other shit going on. And me and the homie Real Talk Media actually, if you've been hearing me talk about a collab joint we're going to have, it'll be coming soon. It has to do with this. You know what I'm saying? And Bosco as well. It covers a lot, so stay tuned for that. All the shit that's behind the scenes. So anyways, Game flat out tries to deny it. Well, down the road, you know what I'm saying, when Compton Menace and Game fell out, I'm sure you guys, I don't know if you guys are familiar with Compton Menace or not. He was part of the whole Black Wall Street, Dead Money gang. I don't know. But when Game was beefing with Lil Durk on Twitter, you know what I'm saying, this was a couple years after this, like almost 3 years later. He wasn't feeling, he was just, I don't know, you could tell the shit had been mounting for a long time. He came out and started tweeting against the Game. You'll see some of the tweets that are popping up on the screen, and basically just called Game out saying, yo, you're always getting up in other people's beef, then you're apologizing, like basically you're a cornball. And then Game started arguing with him, and then, Compton Menace was like, you're a bitch, you always call me when something happens, just like when your ass got knocked out at Fox Hills Mall. Asked the homie Wackstar, he went and got makeup to cover up that black eye. And, there was some other shit. 40 Glock got involved tweeting about it, too, with them. As you know, the beef between Game and 40 Glock and fucking Compton Menace and 40 Glock. Well, anyways, fast forward like another year, and Game and Wackstar get into it over some shit with Chris Brown on Instagram. Now, Wackstar flat out came out and said the same thing. Well, that he had got knocked out when they were arguing. Well, let's check out this footage here, because shortly after that, the Game ended up on the Breakfast Club, and he had this to say.
One thing we see on social media all the time, whenever people get into it with you, they always say something about you in the mall, and you got into a fight with some dude. Yeah. They say he got the best of you in the mall.
I don't know nothing about that fight. Dude, you know what's crazy is this like the fight in the mall, it never happened. I seen these dudes in the mall. I was with my kid. They said something, I said something, and I went my separate ways. And then after that, everybody saying Gang got beat up in the mall and all that.
Unconscious, not crazy.
Yeah, and that dude is dead, by the way. So it is what it is, man. Whatever, man.
All right, moving on. Documentary 2.
Yeah, I didn't know you died.
October 9th. October 9th.
That's what you do interviews for.
40 days.
Yeah.
40 days later, man. God don't like us.
Oh, he got killed 40 days later?
40 days, man.
I'm saying.
Wow.
Is it difficult when people approach you and you're with your kids, even just as
If
fans?
you approach me with my kids, then 40 days.
All right, documentary 2.
Yeah, so you heard the Game there. What he said, man. Ice Burgundy was heated. I mean, that goes without saying, as long as I'm sure, you know, a lot of other people that were close to RoseMo, there was some foul shit. But Ice Burgundy actually put out a diss track at the game after that. But yo, check this out, man. That was foul, yo. That was some foul shit talking about that man after he's passed like that. But check this out. That just goes to show, though, like earlier in the video, I pointed out when Compton, Menace, and Wackstar were going at it with Game, you know how they came out and said, you know, Game got knocked out. And then listen to what Game said there, right? He always denied that this incident happened at all. He said he wasn't even in that mall. He said he just landed on a plane. Now, you heard what he said there. He said, I've seen them in the mall. We had some words. They went their way. I went my way. Well, how the fuck did that happen when you said you weren't even there? When they said you got put to sleep. Now all of a sudden you were there. You weren't even there. Now you were there and you guys both went your separate ways. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? And then I got some other stuff that I'm going to share with you too that'll pretty much show you that the game is full of shit. But yeah, man, like, oh, his body language too. Did you peep that? Like, he looked real uncomfortable, looking down, looking around when he said that. But it's obvious this dude's lying, man. The game got knocked the fuck out. So I got one little last clip here that I'm going to show you guys of some more tweets real quick that'll show, you know, that the game that this is true also. Make sure you guys get in the comments. Here comes that last clip. Make sure you guys like and subscribe also. Once again, hit that notification bell.
You got knocked the fuck out. By who? By me.
All right, y'all. So I'm back. This is the last clip I got here. Basically, you know, proving to you guys that the game did get knocked out in the mall. After watching this video, I don't see how anyone could think that the game didn't get knocked out. Now, quick recap. He lied, said he wasn't even there. On the Breakfast Club, all of a sudden, he was there, but they just had words and went their separate ways. Wackstar and Compton Menace both, you know, when they fell out with the game, confirmed that this did happen, right? Recently, on Instagram, Spider-Loc posted and shared, you know, that Wack100 had shared with him that he did have this footage of the game getting put to sleep. Now, what happened was they went and bought the footage. Game, you know, Game, Wack, someone from Games, you know, I don't know if Game did personally, but Wax got it. They bought it from the dude at the store at Mensland, right? Well, this is that dude, Sam, at Mensland. I'm on his Twitter page here. Now, his Twitter is not currently active. He also has an Instagram, also not active anymore. Now, I don't know if the store's like closed now or what. Anyone from the West Coast, if you used to shop at Mensland or still do, or if it's closed, whatever, hop in the comments, let me know about it. But I'm going to show you guys some things here on his Twitter timeline that'll show you that game did indeed get knocked out. So just pay attention, guys. And you'll also see that he tweets, you know, he's familiar with Game and Ice Burgundy. They both, you know what I'm saying, you know, he knows both of them. So here we go. You see here's this tweet. I want some Black Wall Street apparel right now. Headed to Mensland and Fox Hills Mall to grab some Black Wall Street gear. So they used to carry Game's Black Wall Street gear. And he's also familiar with Game and his entourage. Now, you know, he carried his clothes. He also Game shopped there. Now check this out. This is the day that Game got knocked out, right? Where we at? Here it is. Boom. September 12th, 2011, 7:06 p.m. He tweeted at Wackstar, dude, call me at Mensland ASAP, please. 7:06 p.m. This is when Game got knocked the fuck out. Now, and you can go look at that. That's them times match up. That's when Game did get put to sleep. He hit Wackstar up like, yo, we need help, man down. So, all right, y'all. So here we are. Now, as you see here, this is Ice Burgundy. He's retweeting this, where Ice Burgundy tweeted at Mensland, go check my song out. Wake the game up. I shouted you out. So, you know what I'm saying? He fucks with Ice Burgundy. Go to Mensland. I'm spending 10 grand. Go follow Mensland. I'm spending 10 grand. Here we go. Here's another one. Go to Mensland in Fox Hills Mall. Tell him Ice Burgundy sent you. And, you know, he replies. Maybe not, it's deleted. But anyways, check this out. What do we got here? Why would he... Now, as I said, Game bought the footage from him. This dude from Mensland didn't talk about it, right? On this Twitter timeline, he didn't tweet about it at all. He kept the secret. You know, it'd be bad for business probably. Game was probably good for business for the store. Well, check this out. Why would he retweet this a month later? This is October 20th. He said, at Mensland, when the game sleep at your store, though. And he retweeted it. Why would he retweet that? You know what I'm saying? It's like, even though he didn't talk about it, he kind of hinted at it right there. So, think about it, man. All the shit that we done went over. Game changed up his story. And then you see him retweeting Game's tweet here as well. Like, he knows Game and Ice Burgundy. But, so think about all the info, guys. Game lied about it. His man's Compton, Menace, and Wackstar exposed it when he fell asleep, when they fell out, that it was a lie. He went on Breakfast Club and changed his story. And Spider Low confirmed that Wack 100 has that footage. So that's all I got, guys. I'm going to close this video out. Let's get this comment thread going. That's what this channel is all about. The game got put to sleep. But beyond this, I might even have some more proof for y'all if this ain't good enough. But the man got knocked out. And stay tuned for me and Real Talk Media's video that is going to tie into this story as well, that we're going to collab on. All kinds of stuff in the works. Like and subscribe, notification bell. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.